All right, Jeremy, I don't know how much gas this thing needs to get to space, but I think we're gonna be okay.
Space?
Yeah, we're going into space, Jeremy.
Mike, you can't fly these things into space.
Well, not with that attitude.
You said we were going to Paris, Mike.
Well, the Paris space, right?
Oh,
There's Paris, Texas, and Paris space.
Oh, Mike, we're approaching the barrier, dude.
Oh, God.
Hey everyone, and may the Force be with you on today's episode of... Wait, Winchy, do you hear that? Is that the sensor picking something up?
Yeah, I'm getting multiple contacts on radar.
Is that a fucking Cessna? In space?
No clue how those propellers work, but it's definitely a Cessna.
All right, Jeremy. So just like Star Wars, okay? We learned this from the movie. We're gonna launch. What do we have? What do we have to launch?
I'm so scared.
Jeremy, we need to launch something.
I don't know. There's a plunger.
All right, grab the plunger.
Oh God.
All right, load it up. All right. So we launch this plunger down that little hole, right? And then the whole section explodes. They're not gonna know what to do. They're gonna be freaking out. And then we go in and steal their podcast.
Oh, I think I've seen this somewhere before.
Right, it's from Star Wars. I'm getting it all out of Star Wars.
Okay.
I'm using all of the cliches.
All of our best plans do come from movies.
That's right. Oh God, it's cold. Oh, let me turn the heater on.
Is that a plunger? Winchy, that's a plunger. What are they gonna do with that?
Well, they're in the trenches right now, but we fixed the reactor issues in the 80s, so I think the trench they're going down right now is the one that leads straight to the station's anus.
Surely they wouldn't be going for our plumbing system, correct?
Well, I mean, with a plunger, where else are you gonna go?
Oh God, what's...
Incoming transmission.
Oh,
Hey, Star Wars nerds. We just fucked up your shit.
Hey, I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
there is shit everywhere. What have you done?
Our plan worked, Jeremy. Something happened and they're mad about it. But
God,
anyway.
you see all that shit flying around the inside of it? We can't go inside there and take that podcast.
Oh, God,
There's
shit.
everywhere.
Oh God, we blew up all
You
the toilets.
surely can't come inside. Please help us clean this mess up.
Oh, how about this? Okay, it sounds like you guys have a lot of work to do cleaning up the shit storm inside. We'll take over your podcast. We'll kill two birds with one stone. You clean the shit, and we'll take care of your show.
Mike, I'm pretty sure if we just hover the Cessna around their hub, if we continue the hailing frequency, we can just jump on and steal their podcast remotely.
Oh, we don't even need to go into their
I'm
shit
not
show.
going on that shit.
Oh, that's a good call. Oh, that's like instant pink eye.
So I just learned all that techno babble.
They can hear everything we're saying.
Okay, well, we've heard what you said. Keep the people entertained. Winchy, go grab a... Do we have like a space mop or something?
Yeah, we got a bucket and a mop, and that's a wet-ass Cessna.
You may not think much of me at this point, but reassess. This game we played meant more than you could have imagined. Sleight of hand, you authorized this act of treason. Now we can never recognize our true accomplishments. Don't ever give this thing we made a chance to reach out.
podcast. I have a clown fetish now. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
I'm doing good. Your clown fetish is getting pretty intense.
Really taking off.
Yeah.
Really taking off. I really discovered something new about
You
myself
spent
since
like
last
an
week.
extra half an hour looking at clowns after the episode. That was wild.
Yeah. Well, my dating profile has changed to include must be clown.
We have a guest with us today.
We do have a guest.
It's actor, director,
Millionaire playboy.
international sex symbol,
James Eaves.
James Eaves. Everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you very much, and I hope the bribe for that introduction was worth every penny.
We're going to get a nice lunch later at Burger King.
Yeah, I'm not sure about those dollars, but yeah.
The Force Unscripted, the podcast that we're stealing. They talk about Star Wars. Bunch of nerds sit around talking about Star Wars. I've listened to their show. They have a lot of humor involved too. They just did a fuck, marry, kill with certain Star Wars characters.
Nice.
It was very funny.
What would you like? Should James introduce himself?
I want James to introduce himself now.
Okay, right. Okay, so I'm Jim Eaves. I'm a filmmaker. I'm speaking to you from my Star Wars bunker in Southampton, in England. The place the Titanic sailed from, if that's any help to how this is going to go. I'm a big Star Wars nerd, born in 77. And if you could see the room I'm in, you would see a selection of toys, Star Wars helmets, lightsabers stuck to the wall. So hopefully I'm the right guy for this chat.
You said toys. My brain immediately went to sex toys.
This is my
Not
job
on
of
the
the
walls.
hut
No,
butt plug.
we don't have them on the walls.
This is my R2D2 8-inch dildo.
What is 8 inch? It's life size. And it's a quarter scale.
Of R2.
Ouch.
So when I had kind of reached out for guests, you had respond, and I wanted to touch this. I wanted to touch it with my hands.
Okay.
You had said, well, I'm a pretty interesting guy. I'm a film director. I have movies, and I have this picture with George Lucas. Here you go. Here's a picture of me and George Lucas. And I was like, that's a very realistic wax figure of George Lucas that he's standing next to, this stoic-faced George Lucas in a tuxedo, and then a very excited Jim Eaves standing next to him with his thumbs up.
Yes, that was a very exciting day for me. You can even see I've got a piece of chewing gum in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was putting it online, I was like, should I Photoshop that out? And I didn't want to touch that image because I didn't want anyone thinking it was fake, because it is a real image. It really happened.
What's the history behind that picture? Did you ambush him? Were you doing something together?
So yeah, we were out, partying. No, I was in Cannes for the film festival. We had our filmmaker passes on. If you're a filmmaker, you get a pass, which means you can go to all the hotels. We saw a big kerfuffle going on. It was the year Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull came out. So he was over there promoting that.
Fantastic.
And a big
film.
kerfuffle, loads of people, photos, snap. I'd had a horrific experience the year before, no, actually a couple of years before, approaching Hayden Christensen. And that was very embarrassing.
Well, he was on the toilet when you walked up.
Well, he might as well have been.
In his dressing room.
So I said to my wife, I don't want to, this is going to ruin it. I'm going to go and try and get an autograph. It's going to be embarrassing. She said, no, go for it. You're never going to get this opportunity again. So I skipped round all the press, ran into this hotel, couldn't find him anywhere, turned around, and he was there with, I guess, his wife. And I was like, hey, I was a little bit drunk. I had a couple of beers. Hey, George, can I get a picture? Yeah, okay. He needs to come in with a front voice.
Hey, it's me, George Lucas. Hey. That's what I sound like in real life. Hey.
It is. So I had a camera. This was before mobile phone camera. So I had a digital camera. Handed it to this bloke, posed for the photo. And at first I did like a real, hello, nerd, really happy nerd. And then I thought, I'll point at him and smile and look like an idiot. And I later found out the guy who took the photo was Janusz Hamiński, the DOP of Indiana Jones. So that's a good guy to get to take a picture. And he's like the DOP, won an Oscar for Schindler's List. So they must have all been together because of the premiere. That's where
cool.
that photo came from.
That's really cool. You had probably some would say an even more famous guy who took the photo.
Yeah.
It's like, George Lucas, can you take a photo of me real quick? Can you take my...
I thought, judging by his face, that woman he was with was his mistress. He's like, just don't get her in the picture.
He doesn't look that happy. I mean, I think he probably could tell I was a little bit drunk. But
yes, I'm a god amongst men. Yes, you can have a photo with me, your Lord and Savior.
Yes, thank God for Steven Spielberg and
Thank
Walt
God
Disney.
for nerds.
Yes, I've spent so much money on Star Wars. At that point, I should have set up a direct debit. Just goes into George's account every month because that's how much I spend on it. The amount of junk I've got, honestly.
Have you been to the museum in California, which houses the Guinness Book of World Records largest Star Wars memorabilia museum?
No, I haven't. I think that would be painful for me to go to because I would see a lot of stuff I want.
And then you'd steal it.
Yeah.
I'd probably steal it, yeah. Or it'd be rubbish. I've got stuff in my loft. We clear it out. I've got cinema tubs and packets with food in and stuff. I'm just like, what am I holding on to this gear for? So yeah, eBay a lot of it. Keep just the good stuff.
And your favorite your favorite piece? What if I came over to your house right now,
with
if
a baseball bat.
If I knocked on your door
Yep.
and I said and I held you hard against the ground and I said, show me your best Star Wars thing. What are you going to show me?
Okay, so I'd wriggle free. I'd probably go in the loft and I would get some vintage figures out. So from the original movie, the ones I played with as a kid, probably those ones. Maybe the Land Speeder, something like that, or a Millennium Falcon, something a bit cool from the 70s.
Oh, nice. So that stuff is almost like an you could use that in currency at the end of the world, I'm sure.
Yeah. There's some of those figures. It's ridiculous how much one figure goes for just for a tiny little bit of plastic. And I've been tempted to sell some over the years to get a film made.
Oh, sure.
But those vintage figures are not being touched. And if I ever die, I've said to my wife, if I ever die, make sure you get a good price on them. Don't just take them to a boot fair and flog them a lot.
Get them appraised. Go to a reputable auction house, and then
yes.
Yeah. There's a way to do it. So give us an idea. What is one of these little toys? What do they go for? Like, what's a median range?
Median range. Wow, it's all over the shop. If you had one in a box, so if you had on a card, say Obi-Wan Kenobi on a card, you're looking at thousands for one of those. I haven't got one of those. Mine are all out of the box because I play with them.
Yeah, but
they're going maybe like 600-700 a figure. Depends which ones it is, because some of them, the ones that came out sort of later down the line, are harder to get hold of. And if you got the gun and the helmet and all the malarkey, then they're worth even more.
Wow. All right, so luckily we have his address, Jeremy. We could just go over there whenever we need to.
I'm not sure I can fight you off with my plastic lightsaber.
One of the things is an actual lightsaber, and I will kill you with it.
If you were in the Star Wars universe and you had a lightsaber, what would be your color?
Ask him about the crystals.
The Kyber crystals.
Yeah. Be a nerd, Jeremy.
Yes. Yes, I'd go red. I think I'd want a cool baddie one, definitely.
Does that mean you have to be a bad guy? Like, are there good Jedis that have red lightsabers? I mean,
no.
Let's think about it. Harry Potter had the same type of wand as Lord Voldemort. So if you think about that, you could have like Darth Vader's lightsaber and still be a good guy.
I guess
you could borrow it, I'm sure, but I think if you had it, you'd be on the Jedi's list of a baddie.
And
Only
it doesn't really go with the uniform, you know.
Oh, it's like the bandana that you wear in the Bloods and the Crips.
Yeah,
that's the Jedi lightsabers. Mm-hmm. Okay, so people will just see you on the street and fuck with your shit because
rep your set,
right?
So you guys, you've seen Star Wars, right?
Yes.
So where does it fit into your personal, nerdgasm? Are you just not interested in it? Do you watch it, not really get it?
Jeremy,
I like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I like sci-fi in general.
Yeah.
If I had to choose between Star Wars and Star Trek, I would throw Star Wars out a window. Keep
You
Star Trek.
go Star Trek. So it's
Oh my God.
Jean-Luc Picard's traveling the world. You know, he's traveling the galaxy, and he's like, so I've showed up. No, it's Patrick Stewart, right?
Yeah.
So it's,
yo, Patrick Stewart.
I showed up to the galaxy. It's filled with these space wizards wielding lightsaber things. I just shot one with my phaser.
Yeah, right.
And he died
Really
instantly.
good Patrick Stewart. Really good Patrick Stewart. The thing I'm not a big fan of with Star Trek. I love Star Trek. It's a bit too hopeful for me. We know, look at the planet. We know that society doesn't evolve into this wonderful, diverse people going out to explore. What happens is you get dictatorships and you get rebels. That's what life's like. So Star Trek, love it. Idealized vision of the future, but ain't happening.
Yeah, but that's just our planet. If you go on to Deep Space Nine, where you got all these different people showing up to the space station,
Vectors.
wormholes.
Wormholes. Oh yeah.
Science.
Like, there's still a dirty world out there in Star Trek. We just see most of the time the Enterprise and its ongoing mission.
True.
But I get it.
Yeah.
I do like when they've expanded Star Wars like into the Mandalorian, and we got to see more of the filthy stuff going on. Not the big war, not the big battle.
Yeah. Aftermath stuff. I really enjoyed the Mandalorian. I guess the latest Star Wars things that have been coming out that I've enjoyed. I loved Kenobi, that little mini series with, you know, after what was he up to? What was that crazy guy up to after, you know, Star Wars? That
He got
kooky
a bit
Ben
depressed,
Kenobi.
didn't he?
He got real
He got a bit
sad.
depressed.
He went to a fish factory. He was just like saving up pieces for his fucking dog horse or whatever it was, slurping up meat out of his hand.
I didn't find Kenobi to be convincing because I feel like he would have just picked up little Leia and threw her down a chute and just got rid of her.
No, he wouldn't have. That's
so
what
annoying.
you would have done,
Gosh,
Jeremy.
she was so annoying and whiny and stubborn and stupid.
He had a charge. He was given the charge of keeping after these little children, and he did a great job. I just felt like he had this big issue. He was like, you know, he's just like trying to summon Qui-Gon the whole time. He's just like, God damn it, I can't get it up. I can't get this Qui-Gon ghost to appear. And
Mike picked a color lightsaber.
cream.
Oh yeah.
Cream color.
Cream. Oh, how would that look?
May the cream always rise.
May the cream rise.
May the cream rise onto you and also onto you.
May all your
does-
creams rise.
What is cream? What Jedi Order are you with that then?
Well, independent, right?
Macho man.
Independent freelancer.
I'm just an independent. I just go with the flow of things. Really, just vending machine repair.
Do you want to hear the sound his lightsaber makes when he turns it on?
I'm not sure I do, but yeah, go ahead. Let's hear it.
All right, cream Jedi.
All right, here goes
You
my
ready?
lightsaber. Come on,
That's
come on,
the
lightsaber.
Stuff of nightmares. You don't want to hear that when you're down a dark alley, do you?
Stop it. Jeremy's got all the buttons.
Nice.
I did have the pleasure of watching one of your movies in preparation.
Oh gosh.
Yes,
Okay.
I watched. Yeah.
Like, why did you do that to yourself?
I can never
You watched. You Might Get Lost.
You Might Get Lost.
The
I
movie
watched.
that-
I watched.
Yeah.
I watched that film. It was very well shot. It was a very well shot movie. I enjoyed it. It was way better to look at than I was anticipating. I was like, this is a well done movie. I hated the lady though. I hated her very much.
Oh no.
She kept making very bad decisions the whole movie.
She does.
And Jim goes, "That's my wife."
I was like, oh, was it? No. But like every time, and I don't want to give too much away. I'm trying to avoid spoilers because I do want as many people to watch your movie. Why did you turn my volume down? I mess with it in post. Yeah, okay, we'll meet in the middle. Anyway, so the thing that got me about this person is that she had a rare opportunity, and that opportunity just goes wildly wrong every single time. And I was just like, you just did it. What? Why are you going around people? Why?
Yeah, she keeps making mistakes. The bit that people can't get over, it's mild spoiler, is she kills a dog. People
Yeah.
don't like that. And they watch
No, you
it.
can't
Do
do
not
that.
like that bit. People, you can't kill dogs in films.
I
But
disagree.
she does.
I disagree.
Disagree, really. It's a hill you'll die on.
I think that people need to understand that, you know, shit happens. There's real life stuff. There's horrible things that happen in this world, and people make bad decisions, and there's terrible repercussions for them. So, yeah, the displaying a dog death in film is, in my opinion, people don't get upset when kids die. You know, in horror movies and things. I just watched
Historically, they do.
one of the worst movies I
Historically, everyone hates it.
I will tell you right now. Jim. I will tell you right now. Your movie was miles ahead of the fucking last Michael Myers movie, the Halloween Ends. With Jamie Lee Curtis is in it. Michael Myers.
Yeah.
Your movie was 1,000 times better than that movie.
Wowzers. Okay. I'll take that.
And
I'll
that's
take that.
you know, it's basically old Mike Myers. He's just like he's just in a hole, and he's like, I'm sad because it's hard for me to murder people now because I'm so old. And then there's this new guy. He's like, I'm a psychopath on my way to becoming even a worse psychopath. And then like Mike Myers is teaching him how to murder people to become, I guess, the new Mike Myers. And so they're like buddying up, killing people together, or he'll bring people to be murdered by Mike Myers because he really just can't do it anymore. And yeah, it was the stupidest fucking movie. The acting was garbage. Everything
Jesus
about
Christ,
that movie
Mike.
I hated.
Really taking a stand here, buddy.
I'm glad you didn't feel this way about my film.
Oh, I did not. I did
I'll
not.
be in tears.
The director fucking sucks. Everything sucks.
You're gonna recut this, aren't you? So you're gonna go, this is what I think about your movie.
Yeah, no.
Just go this tirade.
I did not hate your movie. There was definitely some frustration in the act, but I mean, I'm sure that's what you're trying to convey. You're trying to convey to the audience that this is a very frustrating person to watch make these decisions.
Absolutely. You can't change the past, can you? So
No.
people need to realise that.
Speaking,
Travel movies.
hold on, Mike.
Okay.
Speaking of decisions, I want you to make a decision. What would be the planet in Star Wars you would live on, since we are stealing a Star Wars podcast?
Star Wars, interesting. For what basis? That for a comfortable life, or that I want to go and have a look?
You go there, you have to live there.
Yeah, forever.
I've got to live there.
Yes.
Probably Naboo, the one from the episode 1. Lots of palaces. Looks a bit like Lake Garda in Italy. Not nice weather.
Gold ships.
There's some fish people, but they don't really bother you because they stay underwater.
That's not the one that
so
explodes,
yeah, I'd go
right?
No.
What's the one that
No.
explodes?
Andor?
Is it
Alderaan.
Alderaan.
Alderaan?
Yeah, Alderaan. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Princess
wanna live
Leia's
there.
home.
Yeah, we don't want to pick that
Don't
one.
move there.
I
Don't
mean,
move
circa, you can just find out the year. You live a comfortable life before it explodes.
there. Yeah, you probably get a cheap house. I'll go Naboo, please.
Jeremy wants to live on the water planet.
What?
The water planet.
Dagobah?
I don't know. It's just water.
Just water?
It's got the knife, the building called the Knife on it.
And I just want to live out my Kevin Costner
yeah.
Waterworld fantasies.
That's right. Well, there's a constant storm also, so it's crazy raging seas all the time and under almost complete darkness.
That doesn't sound fun at all.
Jeremy wants to go there.
Miserable.
I'd rather live on Dagobah, which is basically Florida.
Dagobah.
Oh, sweaty Dagobah. I don't think I'd want to go there.
I get to hallucinate inside of caves.
Is there a clown planet?
I bet you wish there was
Is
a
there a
clown.
clown planet? So you're into your clowns, are you? You like clowns?
He just figured
That's
this
what I'm
out.
sensing.
He just figured this out from the last
We
episode.
we did an epised about consciousness, and then Jeremy's like, let's call a birthday clown.
And asked them about consciousness.
And asked them about consciousness, and so we started making calls. It's a Sunday, so no one's answering the phone, and I'm just going through all these.
Nice.
I was like, "That's a hot clown.
A hot clown.
That's a spicy clown. I think I'd fuck that clown."
So the second movie I made was called Hellbreeder, and it was
Yeah.
about a killer clown. We had 2 clowns in it actually. I had a friendly clown and an evil clown. So check it out.
I will have to now. I will have to.
It's not very good. It would be my review because it's a very early film.
Uh-huh.
The clown is like an evil clown with prosthetics and fangs and stuff, so you might like that. And the special effects is good, but the actual film isn't great.
What is it? Killjoy. Jeremy loves the movie
I love
Killjoy.
Yeah, Killjoy's dope.
It's a
Hell clown.
It's a hell clown.
He's a demon hell
Yeah,
clown.
yeah. Demon hell clowns, all that kind of stuff. Anything that's got a creature in, I'm in for, definitely. And clowns are creepy and scary and horrible. So maybe I'll put one in a future film.
How much of so if you're making your film and you're like, I need prosthetics, I need I need somebody to help me make this at least decent to look at or scary or whatever it is that you're going for when it comes to the makeup, do you have to hire an artist and that person has to have, you kind of give your vision to them and just kind of pass off the job and then you just sign off on it if it's good?
Pretty much. I mean, what you find when you're making these ultra low budget films is you work with people who later on go off and do amazing things. So, for example, this killer clown, the guy who did the prosthetics for that went on to work on The Revenant and was doing all of Leonardo DiCaprio's wounds and all that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Done a bunch of films. So, so these people, so he was really talented. And it's ridiculous, really. You give someone a script and go, can you make me a killer clown? He came back with little clay modeled maquettes of loads of different versions of the clown, how he would do it. Yeah, so you find somebody who's an artist who's kind of on their way up and wants to build this thing, and he did an incredible job.
And Star Wars uses a lot of prosthetics as opposed to, like, I mean, even today, I love the fact that they're trying to keep that alive. They're not going straight CGI all the time with in shot characters and things. I know that, they did that with some animals and things. And even in the earlier episodes, they have the George Lucas cut where he got to insert some scenes that they didn't have the technology for. But
yeah, that didn't go very well.
Why are you rubbing yourself? What's so funny?
They suck.
The prosthetics?
No, the little CGI fuzzy. He's got to put fuzzy shit in everything.
It doesn't date well, that stuff. It really doesn't. You can't go back in and start putting random things in the background. Awful.
And I'm always practical. And Jeremy's the same way. Always prefer practical effects. Figure out how to make it happen in the room and then shoot it. Yeah,
absolutely. And that's what's the prequels. They all suffered from that. Is too much CGI in the background. Everyone was on a green screen or a blue screen back then.
Yeah,
they sort of put that to. They've kind of fixed that now with these new shows, but then I do worry with the new shows. They're sort of leaning into this, the big volume, the big LED screens, and then everything starts to feel a little bit samey as well. So practical, keep doing practical. It is hard because when you get somebody in a mask, sometimes it looks a bit suspect, but most of the time, the people they've got working on those shows are the best of the best.
Mm-hmm. And who would you prefer? Who's your favorite Star Wars character? Like, just like not even necessarily like main character, like side characters. Yeah. What about that from episode 1? The that one alien. It was basically a Jewish alien, and he couldn't be. They couldn't use the Force. Yeah, that guy.
With the big nose.
Yeah.
Not him. I wouldn't pick him. Definitely not him. My all-time favorite is Admiral Akbar, who is the kind of fish-looking dude who is he drives the big Calmarian cruiser and blows up the Death Star in Return of the Jedi. Calamari, sorry. He's awesome. I was going to say the guy who, if you remember episode 1, Boss Nass, do you remember him? Big fat guy underwater.
Yeah.
He had all like spit coming out. That's Brian Blessed. I actually did some filming with him. For a short film. Amazing. And you go to his house. He's the guy. He was in Flash Gordon. He was in... Oh, God, what else has he done? He is an absolute legend. Look up Brian Blessed. Done loads of Shakespeare films as well.
Oh, nice.
Awesome actor. Just dropping that name in there. Clang.
What is that? You got a lot of Riz.
Is that what the kids are saying?
In the film business.
Yeah, definitely. You can't tell.
Networking. Jeremy, do you have questions over there?
I've got fuck, marry, kill.
Hello, everybody. Future Michael here. Just want to tell you about our band of the week. It's Will Sims with his song To Remind You. Make sure you check him out. He'll be on my Jizzy playlist on Spotify. So go there and see all the wonderful artists that we've featured all in one spot for you. And we're brought to you by Dungeon Studios, makers of 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons modules. Go pick up a module today and go into a dungeon where there may or may not be a dragon. Very rarely are there, but sometimes there is. And then it's fun to say that there's a dragon in the dungeon and okay. All right, bye. You have a fuck, marry, kill? Uh-huh. We have to do it since we're stealing this podcast.
I'm trying to perfect the contestants.
Don't make it all droids.
Right.
Well, Jeremy's working on that. Do you have anything currently in the pipeline? Are you currently is anything in production?
Yep. So we are in post-production on a film called The Apocalypse Box, which is another horror. It's about a box with loads of keyholes on that grants wishes, and it's set on election night, and it's a whole sort of diverse group of people get assembled to each have a go opening this box, and it's kind of a metaphor for, voting and voting with your own sort of selfish wants and how that always goes wrong. We shot it. We're in post. I'm hoping I'm on the 5.1 mix at the moment with the sound, and I'm hoping maybe March, April we'll be able to get it out. With this kind of low budget, there's so many options with distribution, and it's a bit of a minefield, so you really have to play that carefully.
So June.
Yeah, so June 2026. Yeah.
Okay. Of next year. Well, that's really cool. You'll get to work with any interesting people on that project?
So two names in that one, small names, but so one of them, Sylvester McCoy, who was Doctor Who back in the sort of late 90s, and also a guy called Paul Foote, who is a stand-up comedian in the UK. He's really funny. Do Google him. He's hilarious.
All right, well, give him our information. We'll have him on the show, do a comedy thing.
Yeah. Oh, he's brilliant. He's got a weird kind of crazy style. He's brilliant. You'd love him.
Oh, perfect. Jeremy, you got the question queued up?
Yep, I've got fuck, marry, kill ready.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, so you want to start with you? Let's start with James.
Yeah, let's
start with Jim.
Start with Jimbo. Jimbabwe.
All right, you're familiar with fuck, marry, kill, correct?
Yeah, correct.
All right. So first up, we have Wicket W. Warwick. He's the brave Ewok from the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah.
He's a little good cousin guy.
Uh-huh. And second, we have Porg.
Yep,
the Porg. We got a Porg. They're cute little things with big eyes, and they're very inquisitive. They want to know what's going on in all the places.
It's really selling it. Yeah, you're selling it.
Number 3, we have a Gonk droid, which is the sturdy box-shaped droids.
Oh, the box one with the human legs.
They roll around, they just plod around in the background, they make the little gonk noise. Yeah, they're just little robots that clean stuff up.
What's that fucking robot where it's like a giant trash can, but it's got 2 human legs? You know what I mean?
That might be a gonk. They might be a type of gonk. Yeah, there you go.
So it's got human legs, which means it might have a human vagina.
Okay.
I'm not sure I like the way you say that word.
He's like, can I just fuck all 3 of them?
Oh, okay. All right. James?
Yeah, okay. So I would kill the Porg, I think, because they're a bit thick, aren't they? They're not really gonna. Do you know what I mean? They're just small, edible, chicken-like creatures. Kill it. Mm-hmm. I would marry Warwick Davis.
He's a good cuddler.
Yeah, he's a good cuddler. Just because he's funny. I've seen him in comedy shows. I know I'm not getting him. I'm getting him as an Ewok.
Yeah, you're getting the Ewok.
Age 11. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Ewok version of him. But yeah, I think that would be the marry. And I'm going to go with the Gonk droid because I think you're going to get a lot of action out of that. I don't know.
Jim's going to fuck that droid.
This is going to be on my gravestone.
Okay.
I'm going to go up next.
Okay.
All right. So after careful consideration, I also kill the Porg because it's edible.
Nice.
Then I can eat it.
Yep.
And they are dumb.
Yeah.
They're not like dogs. They're dumb. Even though Jim likes to kill off dogs in his movies,
Love it.
I feel more comfortable killing a porg. I would fuck Wicket W. Warwick, the Ewok, just to see what it was like. And like he is like the bravest Ewok, so if I take him out, then I think I'm the leader of the Ewoks after that.
And you're gonna marry the box?
And I'm gonna marry the gonk droid because
Marry
it
the
just
box.
goes around, cleans stuff up, and doesn't talk very much.
Very practical answer. I like it.
Listen to that Ewok all day about his fucking day. That's crazy.
That would it's kind of mine. I mean, I agree with you, Jeremy, but I also want to marry the Ewok, which means that I would fuck this blob.
You gonna marry him because he's so brave?
I would fuck the chicken blob.
You're gonna kill the gonk droid.
Technically, I'm gonna kill the. I'm gonna kill the gonk droid. I'm gonna fuck the blob, which also probably will kill it.
Do you want to see what a porg looks like?
A porg. I fuck the
what it looks
porg, and then I marry the Ewok.
Nice.
I'm
Jeremy's
show
gonna
you
show me a
what
picture of what I'm gonna put my dick in.
What a porg is. Oh God.
Oh, look at that mouth. It's just
What that
asking
mouth
for
do?
it.
What does that mouth do though?
Ah.
It's like a weird penguin, fuzzy
Oh, I
penguin.
love
thing.
penguins.
You love fucking penguins. Look, and this is the gonk droid.
Do I have a penguin thing now?
Penguin clowns?
Penguin clowns.
Let's see the gonk droid. There.
Yeah, it's got the feet.
Yeah,
it's a trash can with feet.
It walks around and cleans stuff up. It's good for the environment.
You arbitrarily kill it. It's nice.
I'm just gonna blow it up, watch this fire,
Blow it up.
and
Watch it.
I will get married to the Ewok as I walk past the flaming wreckage of the gonk droid.
I mean, that means you gotta fuck it all the time. I was just fucking it once. See what it was like.
Yeah.
You're gonna suck that thing's dick.
No, I'm not. All right. Let's not make our guests regret being on our show. All right. So is there how do you feel about the newer trilogy? This last trilogy. Everyone has their opinions about it. I'm curious to find out from you, Zimbabwe, how you feel about it.
How do I feel? I like The Force Awakens. I thought it was really good. Gave me that Star Wars feeling when I saw it. The Last Jedi started to take that away because it wasn't quite what I wanted or what little Jimmy from 1977 or maybe 1980 me would have loved. And then the last one, the Rise of Skywalker, wasn't great. So I feel like it was diminishing returns each time. However, because we got those movies, we got Rogue One, which is my favorite Star Wars film. So I'm not that upset about it, to be honest.
Rogue One was very good. I enjoyed Rogue One, and that seems to be a consistent answer. Is that people enjoy the Rogue One episode? They got mixed feelings about the newer trilogy. I hated finding out that fucking Palpatine's like alive. I hated that. I was like, why are you? You're just milking George Lucas because you guys bought the shit and you don't know what to do with it. So you're trying to bring in the people that love the franchise, and you're trying to be like, oh well, Palpatine was a very popular villain. What if we just make him a clone? I guess. And
yeah, you can't be doing that.
Hello, I am a clone now. Excellent. You're a Palpatine.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
My favorite part was how they took away Han Solo's entire character arc from the original trilogy and just made him a bandit again.
Yeah.
who just disowns his family to go be a sleazeball. Learned absolutely nothing.
I fucked an Ewok, and that's how you were born.
I like how they killed all of our old heroes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you didn't. That was the other thing. We didn't get to see them all together. And I know that's partly because Carrie Fisher died.
Yeah.
But they killed off Han Solo. We didn't get to see the four of them together. Although maybe that would have been crap. Maybe that would have turned into like a later years Star Trek movie where they're all, geriatric, wandering around complaining about their backs.
Palpatine's still alive. Oh no!
Yeah. So glad we didn't go down that territory, but yeah, we didn't get to see them all together. That's the saddest part.
I like how Mark Hamill has been very verbal about his opinions on like the status of Luke Skywalker. He's pissed about it.
Yeah, he's like, the milk's supposed to be blue. Damn it!
Yeah, he didn't get his character didn't get a very good send off or a very good arc. I think in that Last Jedi.
Yeah,
I wanted to see him. When you look at the last 5 minutes of Rogue One, when you see Darth Vader turns up and takes everyone out on that ship, you think Luke's this all-powerful Jedi. He could have done all sorts, but no, he's sat on a rock planet, do it cross-legged, floating things and drinking that milk out of the animal's teat. Yeah, not good.
I did like seeing him in what show was it where he showed up as young Luke Skywalker and just badass.
We're in The Mandalorian.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
Mandalorian.
the Mandalorian. That was cool.
That was
I was
really
like,
cool.
that's our boy Luke.
Yeah.
I think
More of that.
They did a face thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jeremy, if you were going to write a Star Wars movie, how would you do it? Tell me.
I'd probably start in a galaxy far, far away.
Okay, that's a good start.
Nice. Solid, yeah.
But it would be a planet that we have yet to see. And because we know that planets actually, civilization grows different times in different planets, you find one that's still stuck in the Middle Ages,
Yeah.
but they're all like half pig, half fish people.
That's great, Jeremy.
And it's actually not about the galaxy. It's just about their planet and their hierarchical struggles.
Yeah.
Maybe the king gets poisoned by his sons. I don't know. I haven't really thought.
You turning it into Cole?
Maybe there's a witch.
Kevin Sorbo, Kevin's TV's Hercules is in it.
There's a pig fish person who was imprisoned and he gets out and he's got to save the queen. He's played by Dean Cain.
Dean Cain, wow. Can I ask a question? The pig fish thing, which half is pig, which half is fish?
Great
Well,
question.
that depends. That's the struggle. That's why there's a battle on the planet for supreme control because
Yeah.
it actually goes either way.
half the population's, upper half pig, bottom half fish, and then vice versa.
And then if female from any one of the palaces has a baby that comes out the opposite direction, it's the woman's fault, even though it's just genetic. But they haven't figured that out yet
Oh, yeah.
because of science.
Yeah.
Right.
It's magic. And they all use. They have a Jedi Order, and they all use cream-colored lightsabers.
Oh god.
All right. So
love
the
it.
same question to you, Jim. And I'm sure it'll be mildly more serious of an answer.
How do I top the pigfish society? I'm going to say what I wish they had done. Because did you watch the Boba Fett series?
Yes.
Boba Fett TV show.
I watched
Yeah.
2 episodes.
2 episodes, and then they had little scooters in it, and it was ugh. So I would redo that. I'd never have him take his helmet off, Boba Fett, and I would just have him just going and hunting people down and killing them. And I'd make it an 18 show, so not like The Mandalorian. It would just be him out there, and each week he'd go and get someone that we've seen before. He'd get one of the bounty hunters from Empire Strikes Back, or he'd go and get characters that we'd heard about in Extended Universe. So it'd just be him just doing awesome stuff, killing people.
That'd be
That
pretty
No Dean
badass.
Cain. No Dean Cain.
Oh.
No Kevin Sorbo. I'm sorry.
Oh,
But if his helmet's always on, it doesn't really matter, right?
I have to go to Earth. I have to capture
All right.
Kevin Sorbo. There's a big bounty on his head. He's saying a lot of crazy things online.
He is. Poor old Kevin Sorbo. What's happened to Kevin Sorbo?
I don't know, but we hope to
What's
find
happened
out.
to him?
Yeah, one day we're gonna have him on the show.
We're gonna get him
Ask-
on
Get
the
him
show.
on, yeah.
Ask him a bunch of questions.
Something's gone wrong there.
Well, we do have our big question that we ask every guest.
We should go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get to ask it this time, Jeremy.
Okay.
You need a win, and you need to reverberate into the question to try and get an answer that is going to appease you.
Okay, Jim, you're a man of culture. You're a director, and an author, and a writer. You appreciate art. So we have a question we ask all our guests, which is for your own reasons, who is better, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Okay, that's a tough one. I need to think that through because you've got obviously Arnie's probably done more of my favorite films. So your Predators, your Commandos, Terminator, but then Stallone, he's a writer director. You know, that first Rocky film is a masterpiece. I'm going to have to go, for my own reasons, I'm going to go with Schwarzenegger. I think, I think over the years he's done more solid work. Even though now he is coming to sort of stage where he seems to be doing almost anything. And Stallone, the Rocky thing's over now. So yeah, I'm going Schwarzenegger.
Schwarzenegger. That's 8-5.
I thought I had you as a writer director.
Yeah, Jeremy did. He thought he had it in the bag, but unfortunately, no.
What's your reason for going Stallone then?
I
just love him so much.
He, like you said, with Rocky, he created that, and it's one of the greatest series. I mean, it's in the zeitgeist. It is pop culture. It's part of it. He wrote Cliffhanger, which is a dope movie about saving people on a mountain. And that's pretty cool. Also, the inspiration for the opening to Ace Ventura: Pet Detective 2 with the raccoon.
Nice.
When he goes to save the raccoon and it falls down the road. He's that's Cliffhanger. And also Rambo.
First Blood.
He made that
Proper
character.
movie.
Yeah, he made that character.
Then the thing about Stallone is his trajectory could have been, he could have moved into a sort of Michael Douglas, Jack Nicholson, like proper actor. And when you look at Rambo, when you look at First Blood, it's like a proper movie. He's like a Vietnam veteran with PTSD. You know, the ending, it's really, he's under stress. He's really putting in an amazing performance. Then you look at Rambo 3, and it's turned into topless, firing flaming arrows at tanks and stuff. I think it's a shame. I think there was better performances potentially in his future that he missed out on because he was trying to compete with Arnie.
I know, but this last one that came out, dude, he ripped that guy's collarbone out with his bare hand. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
All right, fair enough. Okay, all right, I'll take all of that back.
He's an old man, and he just trapped all these cartel people in his tunnels that he built in Oklahoma or wherever the fuck he was.
All right.
I look forward to. Have you ever seen? I think it's Death Wish 4. So you remember Charles Bronson?
Yes.
Death Wish, first Death Wish. Michael Winner film, goes nuts, kills a load of people. By the time he got to 4, Charles Bronson is very old, and there's one scene where to kill someone, he has a remote control football with a bomb in it, and that's where Stallone's headed. He's too old to be fucked to go and kill someone, so he's got a little remote control football.
All right, Jim.
Mike?
Jamaica. Jimbo. Zimbabwe.
Jimmy Two Shoes.
Where can people find your films? How can people watch these wonderful films?
I tried finding The Witch's Hammer. I was going to watch The Witch's Hammer before we got on here because it was like Blade with a lady. And I was like, I want to watch this. And I couldn't find it.
It's very
Blady.
reductive.
Yes, Blady.
Very reductive, Jeremy.
No, there's a witch and there's lights that come out of the swords. It's awesome.
I've got pigfish people in it. No, it's so where I am with all my movies is all of the rights to them have recently come back to us because we had distribution deals on a lot of them. So we are going to be pushing those out probably on through Film Hub onto Tubi and places like that. So hopefully they'll be back out soon. Witch's Hammer. It's a sort of silly vampire action horror thing. I think You Might Get Lost is probably the easiest one for you to find at the moment, but those other ones will be around soon. The other thing is I've got my podcast, if I can mention that, the Honest Filmmaker podcast, where every week I speak to somebody from the industry, from creative industry, about their job, how they got it, and it's kind of meant to give people career advice as to how to get into the industry. I've chatted to all sorts of really interesting people. Makeup SFX artists, puppeteers. I've got one coming out soon with a stuntman Tom Hardy's stuntman. So he was Venom, he was Beauty and the Beast, he was the Beast, he was in Rogue One. So yeah, that's what I'm concentrating on the moment is podcasts, get the next film out, the Apocalypse Box, and then hopefully the older films will be released somewhere online, YouTube.
Awesome.
Do you know director, actor Eddie McClintock?
Eddie McClintock. I don't think I do. What would I know him from?
He just came out with I think it was his first movie.
Yeah.
The Miracle at Manchester
Yeah.
with
I haven't seen it. No.
with Dean Cain.
Yeah, with Dean Cain. He was also in a sci-fi show called Warehouse 13. Okay.
Stargate
Yeah,
SG-1.
no comment. I don't know. The thing is, I don't know if you've ever been to Cannes before, but they have a film market that goes alongside the film festival. And people like Dean Cain, Sorbo, Eric Roberts, they have a sales section. Every poster has got those guys on it. I don't know how they sell, but maybe they do. Maybe things, I guess Superman, Hercules get syndicated all over the world, don't they?
Yeah.
So they go, oh, we'll do a talking dog movie. We'll stick Dean Cain in it. We'll do a swords film. We'll stick Sorbo in it. Eric Roberts seems to be in absolutely everything.
That's all we got to do, Mike, is we got to write a movie about a pigfish guy with a sword. Get Kevin Sorbo.
Yeah, Jeremy, they're hurting. It's a strike. We could write whatever we want. They'll buy it.
We should, just to rub it in their face, we should have ChatGPT write it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right. I think, all right, cool. I'm glad that your stuff's going to be, online and available soon. Once all that gets sorted, you're working on a new project. You have a great podcast. Do you have like a main website or hub where people can...
Yeah. So too, there's thehonestfilmmaker.co.uk. So that's where you can find all the places you can find the podcast. And then if you go to amberpictures.co.uk, at the moment it goes to my YouTube channel, and that's where you can see all the trailers for all of the movies. And hopefully that's where I'll be going, look, over here, this is where you download it legally and pay for it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, very good.
Thehonestfilmmaker.uk. Career advice from
.co.uk.
Yep. Career advice from people in creative industries.
Very good.
Check it out.
All right, well, we are MajizzyPod, MJSYPOD on all the things. You can go to our website, www.mjsypod.com, and then you guess what? You can what?
Not dot .uk. .com.
Nope, not that. You can listen to our Patreon episodes on Spotify if you go to our second channels, Michael and Jeremy, Still Your Podcast Supreme. Or you just go straight to Patreon, patreon.com/MajizzyPod. We have a phone number. What's the phone number?
It's 903-287-0660.
Send your clown photos to that phone number. If you're a musician, we will play your music. Just send us your music to our email at ujayyeah@majizzypod.com. We will support your band. If you have a podcast that you want us to steal, send us an email. And we put all of our music from all the bands we featured on a main playlist called Majizzy Playlist. Everything's Majizzy. Majizzy this. This is Majizzy. That is Majizzy.
Mike, do an impression of Andre the Giant's stomach after he drank 14 bottles of wine.
Is that good?
Yeah, that works.
Okay, fine. Anything else, Jeremy?
I think it's it. Hey, I really enjoyed hanging out with you today, Jim.
Thank you. Me too.
Yes, thank you, Jim. We appreciate having you on.
Mike's working on a movie. It's about a planet
Filled with clowns.
filled with clowns.
Can
you get your prosthetic guy to make him a life-size naked clown?
I'll get a quote. I'll get back to you with a quote.
Okay, that'd be great. Be discreet,
Oh,
please.
speaking of that, join our Patreon. We need to buy life-size clown dolls.
Support the show. We sell stickers on our Majizzy shop. Stickers or magnets.
Majizzy
$5.
shop.
$5 a pop. Support the show. All right. I think that's it, Jeremy.
I think it's it too, buddy.
All right.
Love you.
Love you.
Peace.
Bye.
You'll never see what this could have been. You'll never taste what you could have been given. To the end of the line. You keep on working your game. Meanwhile, the line that you cross will remain to remind you.
Well, that was a good, fun show. James was interesting with his horror movies.
Like, I really don't know how we're gonna get this thing back to Earth.
Well, I mean, luckily gravity just kind of takes care of the rest of it.
Do you think they finished cleaning their ship?
I don't know. Should we ask them?
Maybe they can take us back down.
Well, I mean, we did force a lot of sewage onto their ship, so I don't know how happy they are with us. But we did a great job with their show. Maybe they'll thank us by getting us another craft to get home safely.
Let's check in on them.
Okay. Hey.
Oh god, it's those fuckers again.
How's the cleaning going, guys?
Well,
There's a special space in our airlock reserved for you right now.
if you ever contact us again, I promise you, I will make you scream with a jar of mayonnaise, 4 bitches, a passport to Ecuador, and the backside portion of my Xbox controller from my computer. What have you done to us?
Jim, he's just naming things.
I don't think that this is gonna work
I don't think
out.
he's gonna help us, though.
I think we should-
I think we should probably just take our chances.
Well, do you have any last words for these guys?
Yeah, fuck you. Bye!
Those assholes.